I'm Kemi Olunloyo, retired journalist, Dr. Kemi. It's Friday, the 17th of October, 2025. Let's talk about the advisory that the U.S. Embassy put out in Nigeria. Anytime I get any advisory in my DM or from my email from the State Department, I always put it out for you to know. Okay, I blog the Trump administration on Instagram at Dr. Kemi of Nigeria. Now, because the government is shut down, there's very limited information going out on the social platforms of the State Department and embassies in general, or any, U.S. government platform. So because this limited service, this information has not really gone out on the social platforms, but on the website. So they posted it on the website today. A lot of people don't go to the website, they're usually on the social platforms. And it says, ahead of the Free Nnamdi Kanu protests on Monday, October 20th, in the nation's capital, the U.S. Embassy is issuing a security alert to all Americans. A very strict security alert to Americans. Now, anytime I put these security alerts out in my country, I really want to make sure it gets to everyone, not just the Americans. In fact, we have Americans in Nigeria who are also Nigerians who live there. So this applies to everyone. All right. Now, on the statement published on the website on Friday, the embassy cautioned that the protest could lead to disruptions and potential violence. Potential violence means we don't know how it's going to go, okay? During the NSAS protests all across Lagos, this was supposed to be peaceful, and it turned deadly, violent. Like 50 people died in Fagba alone. I saw those dead bodies with flies and everything on the railroad tracks. Many things were burnt down in Lekki, in the mainland. You know what I'm talking about. So the U.S. Embassy advises Americans to stay clear of the protest areas and limit their movement across the city. The U.S. Embassy also informs citizens that this Free Nnamdi Kanu protest is supposedly a peaceful demonstration on Monday. However, there may be roadblocks, traffic congestions, and confrontations between police and protesters that could turn violent around Eagle Square and the Central Business District. So they're asking all Americans to stay clear of those areas. Now, the embassy says if you're an American, you have children there living with you, they recommend that children stay home from school on Monday, and that the domestic staff who commute from outside Abuja must not report to work on that day, okay? The embassy also recommends children in Abuja to stay home from school. Domestic staff, like I said, it's called for heightened security precautions for Americans. Now, most of you know that Shore is the one planning this protest. But Nnamdi Kanu has been in prison for almost 10 years now. He's in custody, and judges have released him. They've actually given him bail, but the Nigerian government continues to impede on that. And that started with President Buhari, the late Buhari. And many people thought that Kanu will be released during the Tinubu regime, but Tinubu obviously has not released him, which is what makes Nigeria infamous for this kind of impunity. Tampering with the judiciary, I would call it. Now, this is my own advisory. I put it out 2 days ago on Facebook. It's up to you. If you're going to go to protest, get your VPN, okay? But my own intelligence, don't go out to protest. If Shore wants to protest, to have Kanu released, let him go with his people, with his fans. But if it doesn't concern you, if you feel that it endangers you, stay home. My own recommendation, just stay home. Okay, I don't protest on Nigerian soil, American soil, Canadian soil, and I told you that many times. This year, you got to know the reason, because of what happened to me on Ikorodu Road, sexually assaulted at 13. I can't go out and protest for anything in any country. But on that particular day, okay, something's about to happen that all your journalists will not tell you. Stay home.